Good afternoon. It is Thursday, June 21st. So it's the summer solstice.
Summer solstice.
Yes.
Yay.
We are three sisters knit, and I am Sheila. You can find me on Ravelry as Shishi62.
And I'm Margaret, and you can find me on Ravelry as Magpie60. So we are going to be talking about yarn and knitting projects and other creative pursuits.
And it's our 2-year anniversary.
Our podiversary.
Yes.
So we'll have a little announcement about that at the very end as well. So
yes.
So we have actually, Sheila has
A
a lot of
few things.
projects to talk about.
Yes.
I don't, but then we have a few other things as well.
A few
to
other
talk
new
about.
things that we're involved with.
And just new acquisitions
Yes.
and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So it might be a little bit longer, so grab yourself a nice, cool drink if you're in the northern hemisphere, and a nice warm drink if you're in the southern hemisphere. And sit back, and we hope you find something that you'll enjoy listening to us talk about.
Yes.
So why don't we get started on your projects? 'Cause
My
you've got
projects.
projects.
I pretty much have all the stuff to show.
Yes.
Okay, my whips. I've got a couple of whips that I've started. My first one is it's called My Friend Nancy. It is no longer available on Ravelry, but it was a free pattern. I had this yarn. My husband was in Ottawa one day.
It was
a couple of years ago.
It was a while ago.
And he usually stays at this one hotel, but it was full, so he ended up having to stay at this other hotel. And so he had to walk a different route, and he came across a closing yarn store. So what a good husband is he. He waltzed into this yarn store, and he goes, I have no idea what I'm looking for, but my wife knits a lot, and she likes natural fibers. So they went, right this way, sir, because everything was like 50% off or more. So he picked up this one yarn, and it's by Ivy Knits is what I think it's called. And here it is. It's YVIE Knits Yarns. And so this is a merino light fingering. It's hand painted, and it's 100% superwash merino 6-ply, and 150 grams, 685 meters.
Wow.
So yeah, and it's called Woodland is the colorway.
colorway.
So here is the colorway and the skein.
Blues and greens.
Blues and greens with
and
brown.
some brown.
So yeah,
Tree trunks.
couple tones of sort of olivey green and bright leafy green and things like that. But yeah, so that is the colorway.
Yeah.
So this is what I have done, and I started this. My husband and I just happened to be going to Ottawa last weekend, and so this is what I knit in the car. I don't like starting things in the car. So I did the first 3 wedges on the Thursday night, and we left on the Friday morning. So I did all of this on the Friday and Saturday in the car. It was all car knitting. So I did from like here.
Yeah, it's the perfect pattern for that.
It is. It's a it's mostly garter. You increase 1 stitch every other row when you're starting at this end, and then there's the 1 row where you're doing the eyelet. And it sort of decreases a little bit, goes down about 3 stitches, and then you gain 1 stitch back when you're going back this way. So, but yeah, so this is how it is. And it's nice how each section is a little different. And this one is really cool because it has pooled a little bit. Actually has pooled. And I don't really get pooling in many of them. It's quite mixed.
Yeah. So it's neat seeing how it's
going to knit up.
Knits up.
Yeah.
And it changes just as you adjust your stitch count, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically each section goes up 6 stitches.
Okay.
You increase actually 8, but then you go back 3,
down.
but then gain 1 before you start the section over again. So you actually, it goes up 6 stitches. So I'm going to move my stitch marker so that this is where...
And this is a pattern where you just knit it until you feel like stopping, or if you run out of yarn.
Yes, the pattern. Let me pull the pattern out. Now I've taped the first time I did it with a Zauberball, that
Yes.
green and brown Zauberball.
Yeah.
So it's a small picture, but there is pretty much what it looks like.
Mhm.
And they actually use 2 to get them a good size.
Okay,
I
yeah.
only did 1, so it's still a nice size for
Yeah.
around your neck with
Yeah.
1.
But this is a nice big ball of yarn.
Yes, it is.
So
So
it
that's
will
going to
make
be
it
bigger
bigger.
than the
It'll be
very
nice.
first one I made. So I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. And I'm just
Mhm.
keeping track of my rows.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's all I'm doing.
It's funny, I'm the same. I like to have my Post-it note and just mark my rows that way.
Yes.
I've tried using those stitch counters that you put on your needle.
I keep
forgetting
to write it. I keep forgetting to write it down,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to do it that way.
And I find
but
the
I'm
stitch
pretty good at
counter thing, like that twisting, it kind of breaks your rhythm. When
Yeah.
so I don't
Yeah.
like using those.
Yeah.
I have some that were Mums, and
So,
I tried
I
using
know.
them.
So
but-
I have it in my my Van Dyke
Yes.
bags.
It's such a
From
nice
Van
bag.
Dyke Designs. And what I've done is I've actually put my yarn bowl in the bag. That's the one thing I like about this sort of bucket type bag,
Mm-hmm.
is that I can put my bowl right in there, and I just carry the whole thing. It comes into the car with me like this, everything.
That's great, because
So-
I like the idea that the smoothness of the
Yes.
ball, so the yarn
Yes,
isn't
it
like
just-
rubbing
No.
against the
fabric.
fabric.
Yes.
I like that idea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So so that's what I'm doing. I love this bucket one.
Yeah.
I really do
Yeah.
like it. I'm really enjoying that.
Yep.
So that's one of my projects on the go. My second project on the go is right here. Okay. Is I am doing a sock blank by Yarn Therapist, and this is her sock blank that she gave me as a gift for my birthday. So it's like half brown and half the rainbow. So like if I do it this way, you can see rainbow
Mm-hmm.
and then brown.
Mm-hmm.
So it micro stripes. So
Which
this
is such a cool concept.
it
like,
is.
I can't. When I look at this, what she dyed, I would never. I can't see this.
This is how it comes up.
Isn't that amazing? I love that.
So now, if you order this from her, you get a pattern with it.
oh, okay.
Not just the sock pattern, but there's a, she's got, it's hard, you can't see it on here, but it's called Get the Point. I
Mhm.
think you can buy the pattern on Ravelry too,
Okay.
but it's called Get the Point, and it makes a V like this.
Oh, in the sock.
in the sock.
Okay, so across the top of the sock,
Yes.
there's a V.
And basically you use your favorite toe-up sock pattern, and she tells you that cast on your favorite toe-up sock pattern until you've increased to the number of stitches that you need.
Mhm.
But for me, I couldn't read
Oh,
what her little
yeah,
symbols were. There's like, it's written so small, so I'm just doing a vanilla sock. Either way, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I would like to have done the V.
Yes.
I just can't read what each of the symbols mean, though I can read the chart fine.
Is it a PDF that you get?
No, this came with it when you ordered the yarn.
I
This
see,
came
I
with
see.
it.
Okay.
So I do need to tell her
Yeah.
that I can't read it. But if you can roughly figure it out, you might be
Or
able
if you
to
have
do
a
it under.
magnifying glass.
Yes, I do have a magnifying glass. I just haven't used it.
Yeah.
But I thought, no, I like having just a vanilla sock on the go.
Yeah, I know.
I do. Just one that I can
too.
knit.
I do
And
too.
I did this. We were on a patio in Ottawa last weekend, and I'm sitting on the patio knitting away. I was only at about here on it, and I knit like this much on the patio.
Oh my gosh, that's nice. That's a nice long time.
2
on a
glasses
patio.
of sangria and dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, so those are my knitting whips. I have one more whip, but it's a cross stitch one, sort of. When I did those last year, you may have remember. I don't know if you remember. I bought some cross stitch stuff. So this is a bib, and
That's
this
so
is the pattern.
Little elephants.
Yes.
Under a rainbow.
Yeah, so I finished off the sides of the rainbow, and I started on the pink. So I'm just taking my
And
time.
Are these,
I'm not doing a rush.
flowers up here?
Those are butterflies, if
Oh.
you take a look.
Oh, okay.
They
yeah,
are butterflies. See?
Okay.
There are flowers down at the bottom,
Oh.
which I'll have to do. And the elephants have pink toenails. They will have the dark pink toenails.
That's so cute.
I know. So that's one of them. The other one is a giraffe, but this is the only one. I'm just taking my time. I want to get them done.
Yeah.
I also have the cross stitch of the birth announcement, but I had to rip that out completely because I miscounted.
Oh.
And it's a counted cross stitch.
Oh, okay.
So I just thought, I'm just going to take the whole thing
Yeah.
out, and I just haven't gotten the to restart it.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't done anything. So that's that. That's my whips.
That's pretty darn good for your whips.
Yeah,
Three
that's
whips
for 2
are-
weeks. In 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
So now my FOs. So I've got 2. I've got my June sock. Ta-da!
I love these socks. And
Here
what is
is
the pattern called again?
Called Dragon
No.
Devil's Snare.
Devil's Snare. I knew it had, like, it sounded like snake.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So that's what it looks like on the top of the foot and the whole front is that pattern. It's so lovely.
Yeah.
It's just so lovely. I really, really liked it. It was such an easy pattern to do, just so great to do. And I love the colors of this yarn.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is, like, the yarn was made for that pattern, I think.
It feels like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the yarn is Into the World.
Yes.
And it's called Horse with No Name. And that's what the colorway is, Horse with No Name. So I love it. And I've actually already worn them once.
Oh.
I pretty much wear this as soon as I finish them. I'll wear the socks once before I even wash them.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that's that one. So now
that's your June
9th pair
Is
of
it your
socks.
June sock?
My June socks.
Okay, so
my
they're
9th pair of socks this year.
Excellent.
9th pair of socks I've finished this year.
That's great. So you're
Yes.
3 ahead, but
Yes,
yeah.
I am. But the others are
They're
just socks to do. And then the other day, this has been sitting in my room down here in the bag. It's just sort of been sitting in a corner, and every time I come down here, I see it. It's been driving me crazy, and I thought I have to get this done. I wanted to do a hat out of the leftover yarn from my February socks for my granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
The yarn is really lovely.
It is. I doubled up the yarn,
Mm-hmm.
and it was Studio Lou Hologram, I believe is what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubled it up, and this is actually the barley hat, the Tin Can Knits, but instead of doing the decreases, I just added an extra inch.
Okay.
Because I figured out, okay, how many rounds do I have to do to get the number of stitches that they want? And I figured it out, and I went, okay, that is so many rows is so many inches.
Yeah.
So it was really only about an inch.
Yes.
So, and then I added a little bit more. And then I made the little pom-poms.
Yeah. So it just is basically it's flat.
And then I stitched it, turned it inside out and stitched it to close it. And that's it. So that's going to be her hat for Christmas or for the winter.
Yeah.
And what I did with the pom-poms, actually, I just tied them inside with a bow, because that way they can come off if we have to wash the hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Excellent. So cute.
It is. It's so cute. It's just
She's
so
going to look
cute.
adorable in it.
She is. She's going to look just so cute. She's got the bluest
Blue
eyes.
eyes.
Oh, just these huge, big blue eyes. So happy. It's so cute. I'm just so good. But I just started that the other day and finished it.
Yeah, I know.
Just
She messaged me and she's like, "Oh, look, I'm thinking about putting pom poms on this hat," and I hadn't even seen. She hadn't even told me she made it.
I wasn't even going to tell you until today, but then I was like, no, I need to figure out these pom pom thing. So yeah, that's why she knows about that. So, but yeah, so that is what I'm working on and what I finished.
That's excellent.
Besides a couple of dishcloths as well.
So since we're talking about this, we have figured out that we may not be around for in the next 2 weeks, and I think that would be the beginning of July.
Yes.
Just for various reasons. So why don't I pick a sock? So for her, she's finished the June. So for her July sock, so I'm going to pick something here.
Yes.
And I am going to pick. No, not that one. I'm going to pick this one here.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know what's in it, or
neither
if
do
there's a pattern.
That's what you get for doing it so long ago.
Yeah,
you don't even know. It's like, oh, great. We'll just see. I don't think there's a pattern.
Okay,
So
well,
that's
that'll
just
make
the
it
yarn.
interesting.
Yeah, I'll go through my sock book and see if I can find something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, because I like a lot of the patterns that are in
there,
that
yeah.
sock book.
Yep.
There we go. Alrighty. So I do have a pattern.
Oh, excellent.
Woo! Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, what's the pattern? Hidden Stairways is what I got for this pattern.
Okay, Dreams in Fiber.
So that's the pattern, Hidden Stairways. So that's how it looks. So I thought that would be a pretty cool pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And this yarn, I received this yarn as a prize by...
The colors are stunning.
I know, by Firefly Fiber Arts.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and this is ice dyed yarn, the third time she called it. So it's a BFL 80/20 nylon, BFL 407 yards.
Oh my gosh, the colors
are
amazing.
So cool. So I just thought, like,
Oh.
look at that.
These are gorgeous. Oh, it matches what I'm wearing.
Yes, it does. So yeah, so I'm really excited to use this yarn.
Oh my god.
I'm really excited
colors
to
are
use this yarn.
so rich.
I know.
Like deep and strong. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I just love them.
Yeah.
Just really
And
rich.
ice dye, I think what they do is they freeze dye in
Okay.
ice cubes,
Okay.
and then you lay the yarn out, and of course the yarn is damp,
Yeah.
I believe,
Yeah.
and you just drop the ice cubes on it and just randomly, and you just let them melt onto the yarn.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is really kind of neat.
I know. So yeah, so I'm really looking for it. This is another one by Erica Luder.
Oh, right.
That pattern I just finished, the Devil's Snare, is also an Erica Luder pattern.
Oh, okay.
She does a lot of the like that's what this Hidden Stairways is a Harry Potter. You know all the stairways
Yes,
are
they're all
over the
Harry
place?
Potter
themed.
Yes.
Yeah. So, ooh, goodness, got the Eye of Partridge Heel, which I really like. There's one these are black and white, but it shows it sort of with a variegated yarn.
Yeah. So you can kind of see
Yeah.
how it'll look with color changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
It's
really
very
looking
nice.
forward to this.
I can't wait to see that knit up, just
Yes.
because the colors are so amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
So yay. So okay, July socks. Here I come.
Nice.
Yes. I know. This has been so much fun doing the socks. I've really enjoyed it.
That's great.
And I'm really happy that I'm doing so well with this personal challenge of trying to get a pair of socks every month. I just think it's a great way to use up your stash.
Yes.
Now I know a lot of people are doing there's a Desert Vista Dye Works has a monthly one, and they do stripes.
Yes.
So a lot of people are doing that every month.
Yeah.
They're doing a bunch of that. So I'm just totally enjoying this, and I may end up come fall, depending on what I have, especially once we come back from Rhinebeck.
Yes.
I may do that again. I'll go through what I have and I'll put them all in bags. And
It's a great way, because that way you're always surprised.
Yeah, especially if you do it like a few months before you start. You've forgotten what you've put in each bag. I have no idea what I still have in half of these ones.
But it just sort of keeps it interesting, especially if you have a pattern with it.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to think about it. You can spend the time up front choosing a pattern.
Exactly.
And,
that's why a lot of the ones I've gone into to try to find a pattern, like if I find a yarn, I'll try to find a pattern that I like to go with it. And some of them, like some of the self-striping ones, really, they're fine to be plain.
Yeah, because the stripe is the star of the show.
Exactly. Yeah. You try to get a pattern that you think will show the yarn off the best.
Yes.
So that's what I've been doing. And now that I have a couple of books, I have other books up here that have sock patterns in that I can always go through all my sock patterns and then put a piece of paper in the yarn to say, because if you can't put the book in there.
Yeah.
So
well, that's a good idea. Just the name and the page number.
Yeah. So I may do that.
That's a great idea.
It's so much fun. I was just having a blast doing it. I really am.
I wish I could kind of get into it the same way, but
I know.
I can't.
No, but once you finish your summer work editing,
yeah,
you may excuse me, get into it. So
Yeah.
you might be, you'll get back into your socks. Your
Yes,
little
I know.
sock blank socks. Because I know I've got some sock blanks, so I may actually put sock blank in.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it
I
makes
could
it.
start one and do that as a
Mhm.
vanilla sock for
Mhm.
my son for his birthday or
Mhm.
Christmas or one
Yeah.
or the other. So.
Okay. So what's next on the agenda?
Next, we have received a few things.
Yes, we've received some things.
Yes. Now we follow Connie of Chili Knits.
Yeah.
And she had.
We were lucky enough. We had
big
been following her on Instagram, and then we were lucky enough to meet her
in Rhinebeck. Oh my God, she is like the sweetest thing.
Yes, loveliest. So she had a sale on. Well, it wasn't a sale. It was free shipping.
Yes.
And as you know, she's from Chile, so we thought, hey, that's great.
Yes.
So we went online and
free
ordered
worldwide shipping.
Yes. So we went online and we purchased. We decided since we were ordering stuff, we would get 2 skeins.
Yes.
Of 2 different colorways.
Yes.
So this is what. We ordered.
You ordered that one.
Yeah.
Peach
So this
sorbet.
is peach sorbet
And cotton candy.
Aren't they gorgeous? So it's her. This is her alpaca sock. So it's 50 Peruvian wool.
No, 50 alpaca.
Okay. 50.
30 Peruvian wool and 20. Oh no, what is it? Okay, 50. Yeah, 50 Peruvian wool, 30 nylon, and 20 alpaca.
Super fine alpaca.
Yeah.
It's soft and it's so pretty.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I just like for mine, I love. Of course, it's pink, so I love it. And then it's got these gorgeous splashes of purple in it, but it's just. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but
Me
I
either.
had to have some of Connie's yarns.
Look at that.
Look at how pretty
oh
that is.
my gosh, that is gorgeous. Like, look
I
at the
know.
depth of that pink. And
I know.
Oh,
Some like speckles, but it's more like a tonal pink with a few little speckles.
there's almost a bit of orangey in it too. The peachy color. Like, I guess the way it looks has that sort of orangey
Yeah.
undertone into some of the pink.
Yep.
So,
Anyway,
and look at this, the purple.
that is gorgeous too.
Just, oh my God, I love it, love it, love it, love it. So I'm so excited, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it.
But I
Right
wanted
now,
some of Connie's
but-
yarn.
Yes, these, and I don't
Gosh,
mind
I made
that.
a mess of this.
Oh, I have to show you what to do, Margaret. You got to learn how to do it right. You need the chin. There.
There.
See?
I can do the twisting. but I
Yeah,
just
and
can't
keep
seem
twisting.
to-
No, you do it with the fingers, not the hand. Because you can get it tighter. Use the chin. No, she won't be able to do it because she's going to laugh. Let it, okay, now let it go and let it, there you go. That's better. There. But it'll have to do.
Yeah. There.
There you go.
So, and then she sent,
Yeah.
she included a little bit of tea for us, which is
Oh,
lovely.
And
Oh,
she included,
so-
which I have to show this
Yeah,
on
and
here.
then she gave us each
Our chili knits.
our
pen.
chili knits
Right.
pen.
Can you see it? Right.
It's
Over. There.
There, that's it there. And
Yes, and
it sparkles, which we love.
Yes. I know. That's where I keep a whole bunch of my stuff on that.
So we got that, and we
Yes.
are super excited about
Yes.
it. I don't know
So
what we're
excited
gonna
about it.
make,
no.
but the colors are just so lovely.
Yes.
I love her because she's just so
Right.
colorful and bright,
Yes.
and that's what I like about her yarns. So.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yep.
So,
So-
other than that, let me see, what else are we going to do? Okay, now we have,
So do you want to
Yep.
talk about our giveaway, or do you want to talk about?
let's talk about the giveaway
Okay.
first.
Okay. So as we
It's our
said at the
2-year.
top of the show,
Mm-hmm.
it's our 2-year podiversary. So this is actually, we're amazed that we've been
2
doing
years.
this 2 years. It's
2
been so much
years.
fun.
Yes.
So we actually are going to have a giveaway. So we're going to have 2 prizes because it's 2 years.
yes.
And so why don't you talk about the first first prize
Okay.
draw.
First prize is, this is what we have. We got this donated from a friend of ours. 2.5 millimeter Knitter's Pride Nova
Needles.
So that are fixed.
Yep.
I have a skein of one-of-a-kind yarn in 100% merino from Northbound Knitting.
MBK.
Yes.
Look at the twist. Pretty, yeah, the twist is amazing.
Yes.
And it's a really pretty pale greens
soft.
and
sort of a browny earth tone.
Taupey sort of brown color.
Yeah.
It's a lovely neutral.
It is. It's really, really nice.
Yeah. I think you could have this go with something a little brighter if you wanted. You could go with a nice deep moss green. And have this as the light neutral to go with it. I think
it really is. It's sort of a neutral green.
It is. It's really quite nice.
Very subtle.
I wouldn't do socks because it's 100% merino.
Yes.
But I think it would be a really nice cowl or scarf or shawl. Something
quite masculine too.
Yeah, you could do something masculine. I'm like a really nice scarf for a man. I think would be good.
Yes.
But
with the twist, it will have really nice stitch definition because it's got a really nice twist.
Yeah. So because it's a nice pale, it would really show off if you had a special stitch pattern going on. I think it would be really nice.
Yeah, I think so.
So that is also part of the giveaway.
Yes, and then I have this adorable little Notions pouch. Like, look at that sloths. Look at that. And some birds. Or no, it's a lizard.
Yeah.
Or an iguana or something. And a bird down here.
Yeah. So that is... This was from...
It's from Ginger Snap.
Ginger Snap.
Yeah.
And then it's got a few, like, Progress Keeper.
I've got some, like, a Sucre miniature Progress Keeper. I have our little Canadian flag Progress Keeper. And a pair of snips. In there. So we've got a bunch of little things to start your Notions pouch. Yes.
So that is the first prize.
Yes.
And then the second prize is again from Ginger Snap. We have this beautiful...
It's a cute little pillow slip cover.
It's a pillow slip cover, which would be really cute in a craft room or in a kid's room even. It's really sweet.
It is so cute with knitting chickens.
Knitting chickens would be perfect for your craft room. And then it's the red on the other side of it. And anyway, and then I don't know if you can tell, but the background, it's like it's a knitted... something behind the chickens is very cute.
Yes.
So that's from Ginger Snap.
Yep.
And then same thing. There's
a couple more Progress Keepers.
A pin.
A button. Oh yeah, I didn't show that one in here.
There's a pin like that in the other package as well.
And
then this.
And a fridge magnet from Remembrances Pottery.
Yeah, that's in the first one.
Yep.
And we're gonna have this from our wonderful friend. SS at Critium Handmade. I have made a pair of socks, actually a few pairs of socks from her yarns.
Yes, I have too.
I love her yarn.
It's very nice yarn to
work with. And I love
with.
her colors.
Yes.
So this one, I think, is absolutely perfect for our 2-year Potiversary because the colorway is Popsicle.
Yes.
Which is just perfect for this time of year.
It is.
And it's summer solstice,
the whole
so
thing.
It's perfect. So this is on her cozy shawl base. So again, it's 100% superwash merino.
Yes.
And it's these beautiful golds and oranges. I mean, stunning looking colors.
It looks so pale in what we can see on the screen.
I think usually by the time it comes back, like by the time I actually see it when I'm in editing, it actually looks closer to the actual color. But it's rich gold colors.
Oh, beautiful.
If you like oranges and golds and those tones, like this would look amazing actually with a fuchsia pink kind of thing. Just to let everything really show off.
I know. Put it by your hair.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it would look amazing with that color.
Yes, it would.
Because it's got some pinks in it.
Yes.
Anyway, so that is going to be the second prize.
Number 2.
So we decided that we make it very easy, and because it's going to be a random draw anyway.
Yeah.
So all we're thinking is that if you want to comment down below and just say what you're looking forward to this summer.
Yes.
Maybe it's going to the cottage.
What are you most
maybe
looking
you're
forward
traveling.
to this summer?
Whatever it is. just comment something down below, and
Yep.
we will include your comment, and it'll be a random draw of 2 names, and we'll send them out.
Yes.
And we'll let you know, I guess, on our next podcast, whenever that is.
Yes.
We'll make sure.
We might be doing it in 2 weeks. We may not. My
Mhm.
husband's going out of town. We might be going
Yeah,
with
if I
him
go,
because it's
yeah.
just to Ottawa, so
Yeah.
we might drive. But if Margaret can't go, I'm not going to go, so we may actually be podcasting.
Yes.
But
so,
if we do go, we won't be. Maybe we'll do it in Ottawa.
yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
So anyway, next time we will definitely be drawing for 2 names. So
Yes.
please comment below, and we will do the draw.
Yes.
So thank you very much
Yes.
for joining us for the last 2 years.
Yes, we so appreciate everybody. We cannot believe that we have over 1,000 subscribers to our
Yes.
YouTube channel.
Yes.
So, which reminds me, we were discussing
yes.
this with my middle son, Andrew, and he was saying that some of his coworkers.
He's told them,
them
that we
and-
have this podcast.
Yes. So, if you happen to watch this, you need to send me
Yes.
a message.
Yes, we would love to hear from you. He said that he thought that maybe some of them have come to see what we do.
See what we do.
They want to see who his mom is.
Who his mother is.
So if you are that person, if you
Yes.
happen to subscribe, we would love if you would comment. You
Yes.
don't, if you don't want to be in the draw, that's something.
That's
if
fine.
you want to message us somehow,
Yeah.
we would love to hear from you. Just
Yeah,
'cause
we'll
we're-
give you all the ways you can contact us at the very end.
yes.
So, and you can just contact us
Like
on
on
one
Instagram
or well, we have a Gmail account too.
Yeah.
3sistersknit@gmail.com. So
Yeah.
you can always just send us a note on that.
Yeah.
I would
So-
love to hear about him.
Yes. So
I know what he's like, so it probably won't surprise
no.
me.
anyway, so that is just something
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Yes.
So I think the last
thing is we were contacted by Knit Crate to see if we would like to
participate
in
in their
showing off some of their crates, their knit
Yeah.
crates. So what you get for
it's
a
a
month.
it's a
Yes.
subscription based company.
Yes.
And so we will be getting 3. We've already received 2.
Yes.
Of their surprise packages. So
Mhm.
you don't know what you're getting until you open it, and
Yes.
that's part of the fun.
I think they have 3. They have an artisan yarn
Mhm.
for one. They have a fingering weight one, which is what we have, and
Mhm.
then they also have a sock. We do not have the sock one. We have the fingering weight one.
Okay.
So for May, it is. We got 2. They were really like within a
Just
couple of
by the
days
ti- yeah.
because by the time the emails back and
And
forth
forth.
and everything, they sent 2 like
Yeah,
one
right.
right after the other.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you May's, and May's theme. They have a theme every month is contemporary. So what you receive is 2 skeins of yarn. You get a pattern, a knit pattern, and a crochet pattern,
Mhm.
and shipping. And it's an actual total retail value of $63, and I believe it costs you like $24.99 or something like that. So you get, because the shipping will be free.
Mhm.
So the patterns for the yarn that we got are the crochet pattern is a clutch, a cabled clutch.
Which is really cute.
It is very cute, and the other one, this one is a how did we call it? Like an
isosceles. Anyway,
a
it's one of
isosceles?
those triangle shawls.
yeah, but
with
not
a-
triangle. Like
but
it goes
it's-
bigger at one
yeah.
end and skinny at the other.
Yeah.
Obtuse.
Yeah,
don't know.
Anyway, we don't.
We're
know
not
our-
we're not into geometry.
Yeah.
But one of those odd triangle ones.
Yes. Elongated
Yes.
somehow. Yes.
So those are the, and you're given a code that you can go in and you'll get the pattern. You can download it at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So our yarn, apparently there was 4 colors. This is what we got.
Hmm. Now I
You hold
love
that.
these because I have always wanted. I call this a barber pole, and
Yes.
I've always wanted to knit something with a barber
It's
pole.
almost like a marled, what a
Because
lot of
it
people
looks
were saying
marled.
marled.
Yeah, and I just anyway, it's really soft.
Yes.
So
It's called La Brevis,
La
La
Brevis.
Brevis by Knit Crate.
oh,
And this is the colorway is the gray twist. It's the marled sock, 40% merino wool, 40% Peruvian highland wool, and 20% nylon. And it's actually really soft.
Yeah.
It's like really, really soft. It's fingering weight, and you get 437 yards or 400 meters for per skein.
Yeah, so it's 100 grams or 4 ounces. And it says that all the Bravus yarns are naturally colored. Each skein is unique. And that's kind of cool.
Yes.
It's really squishy, soft.
I know.
It's really nice.
I know.
And I love the gray. The gray with the sort of natural color is really lovely.
I know. And I'm thinking because it's got the Peruvian wool, I could either make a nice warm sweater for one of my grandkids.
Yes.
Or I can make a nice pair of socks for my husband.
Yeah.
Or myself. Or a pair of socks for my husband and a pair of socks for myself.
Yes,
so
yes.
matching socks.
Yeah.
But oh my God, I love it. So we're just not 100% sure what we're going to make with it. I did download and print off
the pattern. Because actually the pattern is kind of funky.
Yeah, if you look it up on, it's called Daxis.
Yeah.
If you look it up on
Ravelry,
go into the projects page, and you will see some of the other people actually show what the entire thing looks like, because the pictures that they show here do not show the whole thing laid out. It's sort of rectangles and the narrow part of it, as it's starting to widen, it's like rectangles of stockinette and reverse stockinette. And then when you get to about the last 10 inches, maybe 8 to 10 inches, it's just stocking stitch.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks just lovely.
It's really neat.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
But
and you would use both skeins for that.
Yeah, and the original pictures on the Ravelry page don't do it justice.
Yes.
So go into the Ravelry page and then go into the projects of this on Ravelry, and you'll see some.
It's a really interesting pattern.
It's very, very nice. Now, we will give you the link down below if you want to purchase, because we will give you a coupon code to go with it. And with your coupon code, you will get 20% off your order.
That's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. And it's a what they call an affiliate link. And so this is the first time that we've ever done this. So apparently we get a little percentage, but it does not affect the price that you pay.
Yeah.
So
anyway, we wanted to be upfront and just let you know that is how this program with them works.
Yes.
But so far, we haven't knit anything, but we do like that yarn very much.
That was May.
That was May.
So for June, their theme is Ice Cream.
Ice Scream.
Yeah, Ice Scream.
And you can tell by the colors that it's a little more vibrant.
Yes. So you get your two skeins
of fingering weight,
2 patterns, and shipping, and it's for, I think it's like $24.99, I think, for that US
for a month.
For the month.
Yeah. So I think there are different
and there's
amounts of months that you can subscribe.
Yeah, you can do it just for 1 month. You can do it for 3. You can do it for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 2 patterns, the crochet pattern is called Limoncello,
which is kind of neat. I like the pattern is nice.
And the knit pattern is called Minty Fresh by Taya Hilliard.
I think we follow her on Instagram.
We do. She's got some lovely patterns.
Yeah,
really,
that
really
is
nice
actually
patterns.
quite nice.
And there were 4 colors, and the minty green was one of them. There was also a blue, a blue as well, a red, and we got yellow.
No, it is a very, very bright yellow.
Yes, and this is called Vidalana.
That's the type.
Yeah, Vidalana.
Vidalana.
Yes, and the colorway is called
Bananas.
We love
appropriately enough.
Yes, and this is their softest sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and 10% cashmere.
So it's an MCN, and you can tell it is squishy, squishy, and
so soft. Yes, nice. And the fingering weight with the 437 yards, 400 meters for your 100 grams. So it's our exclusively hand dyed 4 knit crate.
Yes.
So yeah,
incredibly
Oh
soft.
my God, so soft.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to figure out what would you do?
What would you
Because
do with
yellow
it?
really is not one of the colors
Colors
that we would choose.
naturally choose,
But
but
I do look at this, and as an accent color with something like this, it just like you get your grello.
yeah, see, that's so not for me.
Yeah.
But I see this. I would have it with something that had lots of pink in it, like
Yes.
a bright fuchsia pink
Yes.
to offset, but maybe something a little more
Yes.
neutral, like maybe Connie's yarn.
Yes. One of the pinks.
One of the
like
pinks. If there was a little bit of yellow in there, so
But even if
it
there's-
was
like, look
speckled,
at that.
yeah, something to soften it.
Yes.
And
And one of the
Yeah.
things I was telling Margaret earlier, when I took a quilting course 30 years ago with my mom, one of the things the lady was saying is with yellow,
Mhm.
you have to be careful because yellow, your 1-inch square actually looks more like a 2-inch square. It
Yeah.
almost doubles
yeah,
because it's so vibrant. It sort of expands the way it looks.
yeah,
So that is why I would probably use this for an accent on something
yeah.
in combination with other stuff. I would.
I mean,
for
unless
myself, it's really not a color
Yeah.
I myself
Unless
would wear.
you were, I mean, there are people who wear yellow beautifully.
Yes,
And if that were your
which makes
thing,
me jealous because
I
I
know.
do like the
I
color
love
yellow.
yellow too. And actually, I love this shade of yellow
I
because
know.
I like a lot of
Bright colors.
bright colors. Yeah, but I
But
don't.
it's
I
just
can't
not-
wear it next to my skin.
No, it's
But
not
if
a
you
color
were
I would
wearing,
wear.
if you were a person who loved yellow and you received this,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, the things that you could do with it because it would look amazing.
I know. It's funny
You
because
know-
I went on to Instagram when they were showing some of the stuff, and this one person goes, "Oh, I got the yellow, or I got the red. I got red last month. I really would have liked the yellow." And I think she was from Ontario, and I was like this close to messaging her and saying, "I'll switch with you."
Yeah, yeah.
I may still do that.
Yeah,
Who knows? I'll have
yeah.
to find her thing,
Her post,
her
yeah.
post, and do that.
But oh my gosh, it's so incredibly soft
I know
and
it is.
squishy.
It
Oh.
is. It's just
So I'm not
beautiful.
sure what we would do, but it's
Yeah.
MCN and it's really
Like
worth.
I just
And maybe socks. Why
Yes.
not?
bright yellow
Bright
socks.
yellow
Believe me,
socks.
I have 2 of my sons would wear bright yellow socks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I'm not putting Marina
MCN.
MCN on their
No.
feet. No way.
no.
They're not. They're knitworthy. Not that
Not
knitworthy.
So anyway, if you are interested, as we said, we'll figure out how to post the link below.
yes,
and
we'll also put it in our show notes.
in our show notes.
Yes.
So it's definitely worth checking out, I think,
Yes.
because we
Yes.
have been pleasantly surprised by what
Oh
we've
yes.
received.
So I've
Really-
been so thrilled.
Yeah.
So thrilled with
Yeah.
what we've received.
Yeah.
And it comes in a nice little box like this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah. So it's all, and it's fun.
Yeah.
You get to open up a lovely surprise every month,
Yeah.
and pattern two
With the
patterns.
with 2 patterns,
So
a
if you
knit
crochet,
or a
as
crochet.
well. Yeah.
And then you get like their theme.
So you
So,
understand.
yeah.
It's just anyway. If you
I
do
love
that,
it. It's been a nice
have
little
fun with it.
it's been a nice little party in my mailbox.
Yes.
That's for sure. Yeah, because I got these 2 and you got
Yeah.
the one from Connie in your
Yes.
mailbox. So it's been a lovely little couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, it has been.
I
So,
know. We were so excited to get these in the mail.
Yeah.
So excited. So
yeah.
yeah, so it's worth looking into if you're interested.
Yep.
If you like getting monthly
Yeah,
club
and
yarns.
if you like the idea of a surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one thing I like.
Yeah,
Is
it's sort of like
for a
your
surprise.
your
It's like
senior sock.
it's like pulling out the bag of the sock and not
Yeah.
knowing what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
there we go, and there you get a little surprise. Oh,
Yeah.
it's here, and then
Yep. So
yeah,
anyway, have fun with it if you
Yes,
if
if
you
you're
decide to go
interested.
for it.
yeah. I'm it made me I'm very interested. So so we'll
So-
just have to see how that goes. But anyways, I think that is about it.
Just about.
Yeah.
So
we don't have. I'm looking at all this stuff, and we
Yeah.
don't have anything.
anything else. So
I think-
except
Except this, but I think you were going to post with our show notes or at the
Yeah.
end of this. No,
Yeah.
not in the show notes. You're going to attach the podcasters Q&A
that's right.
that Rosehaven
So
did
Leslie from Rosehaven Yarns,
Yes.
because she created the Prince Edward County the yarn festival, the
Yes.
fiber festival there.
Yes.
I think we had said in our last podcast that you could go to
Hers.
Rosehaven's
Yes.
her video, and she included a Q&A session that she
Yes.
had with, like, Sheila was there,
Mhm.
Cabin Boy,
Yeah, Christopher from Cabin Boy Knits,
Eric
Eric of Sticks Plus Twine, and Diane
and
from All Dyed
Dyed
Up.
So it was a really interesting session. If you haven't gone there, Leslie was kind enough to share that video clip with us, and I managed to download it.
Oh, good.
I'm going to see if I can manage to
Yes.
attach it at the end of this video.
Yes.
If you're interested,
Yeah.
it will follow.
It's about 20 minutes long.
Yeah, it's not long,
Um,
but it's kind of interesting just hearing
mhm.
what people have to say.
Yeah.
If you haven't already seen it on Leslie's podcast.
And you can get a good laugh at Remember the Thing. Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. Celine Dion.
It was so much fun doing that.
Yeah.
It really was. I really enjoyed doing that. We had a laugh. We
Yeah.
were laughing so hard throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, gonna
So we're going to do our usual celebration,
yeah
which is
is our little bit of
cheers.
cheers. Let it clink. There we go. Bye, and we'll have a great day, and we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks. We'll talk with everyone later, and cheers. Thanks for
Cheers.
watching. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to Fiberfest 2018. Woo!
Are you in on the panel?
We
'Cause
have
you're not on
podcasters
camera.
here. They're willing to answer your questions of just about everything. Maybe. I'm Leslie, Rosehaven Yarn Shop. My husband Tim. We do the podcast at Rosehaven on YouTube. And then we have Christopher from Cabin Boy Knits up in Sterling. Yay! So, Christopher, I'm just going to pass the mic to you so you can introduce more so and tell us anything about you, what you got going on.
Okay. It's been a really busy year so far. Last week I was at a men's knitting retreat in upstate New York, and it's a beautiful country. It's my 6th time. 42 guys, and it was wonderful. And then we had this show this week, and I've got a store coming online in September. And I also am going to have a fashion show in September in Picton. And I'll be got a couple pieces going in an art gallery as well. So it's going to be a busy year.
Wow.
Do you want to pass it over to Eric?
Yes, Eric.
Here we go. What do you want to say?
Eric, tell us what's your podcast name.
So my name is Eric. I am the host of the Sticks Plus Twine podcast. I have been a little quiet for the past year as there's been a lot of life changes happening, but it's all good. We're now in, I guess, the 1 year since I did one, but I'm actually taking footage today. So I will be having a new one come out soon. I've been knitting up a storm. We sold our place, we bought a new place, we renovated it top to bottom, had a few sort of personal things happen along the way, but we're back in the swing of the knitting.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and I'm Sheila. I'm from the Three Sisters Knit podcast on YouTube. I'm half of it. My other sister Margaret couldn't make it. We just started a podcast a couple of years ago. We podcast about every couple of weeks, and we just got into it after some life changes in our life as well. So that's what we do, and we love it. We enjoy it. It's fun. It's a great community.
Hi, I'm Diane. My sister and I also podcast. We are All Dyed Up Fibers. She's not up here today. She's down at the booth. of our vendors, and we're fairly new podcasters, and we're just having a blast doing it. So
Awesome. Okay. Please pass the mic. Tim, do you want to say anything?
No.
No. He says no. Okay. Well, if anyone, do you have any questions? Or are we just going to start throwing stuff? I have a few questions. Oh, look, we're gaining audience. Okay. I have a question for us. So, epic knit night. Who would you want at your epic knit night? Who would be like your favorite person to just sit down and gab and trade techniques with?
One person? Nancy Marchand would definitely be one. Yeah, she's my secret knitting girlfriend. So I think she'd be awesome. And I'll pass it along.
I have a couple. Can I have a couple?
Yes, you may.
First, I would say Elizabeth Zimmerman, because have to. I would say after that, Julie Hoover, because she's one of my favorite knitwear designers. And after that, I'd probably say Jared Flood, because I think his aesthetic is really cool. He's super shy, and I'd like to get him drunk.
I honestly have no idea. There's so many out there, I couldn't even choose. It's just so difficult. There's just so many amazing designers and people with techniques, and there's just, it's overwhelming to try to pick just a couple.
Yeah. Well, even someone just to hang out and talk to. Yeah. Just to gab, like another podcast.
Meryl Streep.
Yes. Okay.
I would love to knit with Meryl Streep. She does knit. Her and Julia Roberts.
Yes.
Yes, I'll go for the Hollywood crowd.
I really have no idea.
Really?
I don't know. Stephen West would be cool. I love the color, I love the designs. Yeah, he'd be cool to hang out with. So I guess I would say Stephen West.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have someone, Tim, for that you would have at your epic knit night?
For my epic, well, I think this is a good group right here to have. Yeah.
Nice politically correct. What do you do again? Oh, yes, a political cartoonist. Yes. I think I would like to meet Hohi Locatelli.
Oh, she's nice too.
Yeah, she seems lovely and someone to hang out with. And Hollywood, I would probably Sarah Jessica Parker, because she seems pretty fun. And I know she's a knitter, so I'd probably do that.
Cool.
Okay, so here's the question I get asked all the time in the store. And it's always, everyone, we've all got our different aesthetics. What are your favorite knitting needles? And do you specifically use the same brand for all your projects? Or are there certain projects that you would prefer, metal, wood, that kind of thing? I am addicted to my Haya Sharp set of all, from 2.75 to 10s, with 16-inch cables for all of them, so I can make hats out of anything I want.
I use Addy Click for pretty much everything. And I started using them 4 years ago and haven't stopped, so I love them.
I change the needle depending on the type of project. So socks, I'll either use Addy Sock Rockets or Haya Sharps. For sweaters, I like Addy Clicks a lot. But almost anything else, I like my Haya interchangeables.
Mostly I do socks and shawls, so I have some Knitter's Pride. I have the cubits. I use those. I use the I use Addy Sock Rockets for socks and stuff like that, but I also use the Luca needles as well. If I'm using cotton, I prefer like a bamboo or a wood, because then it doesn't slide right off. But other than that, generally it is a metal needle.
So you're not monogamous?
No, I'm not monogamous.
I like the Knitter's Pride zines. I'm a Zing girl, and Those are my go-tos. I like flexi flips, the Addi flexi flips. I tried those for socks. I really like those. And that's about my go-to.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And there's another needle that I just got to try, and it's called Prym, P-R-Y-M, and they're triangular shape, and they're kind of plastic, and they almost have a funny little, not super pointed, but they were amazing. They're kind of an interesting shape needles, so if you get a chance to try them, definitely. Any questions from the audience?
I just bought these Addi flips.
Addi flips, we got some Addi flips being purchased.
I'm excited to use them.
Nice.
I tested them.
For socks?
For socks. Any tips or anybody that knits with these? Do you like them?
Addi flips tips? Addi flip tips? I have used those. I prefer them on a vanilla sock, not one with a pattern. I found them very difficult with a pattern, especially if there's cables. I found them very difficult, but they're excellent for doing afterthought heels.
Oh, and that's what I do.
Yeah, I found them very good for afterthought heels.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited to try them.
I love them.
For everything. Do you do anything other than socks, or is it mostly a sock?
Sleeves.
Sleeves.
I do sleeves on a sweater, top-down sweater. I did sleeves with them.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like them.
Awesome. And it's two, and the third one, like you're working on the two. Right, okay. Oh, this is great.
There you go.
I will not drop the mic, right? We're not going to drop the mic today. So, do you guys, who has a knitting challenge that they want to tackle this year? Tim? The newest knitter in the group?
Finishing anything. I have several projects that are taking far longer than they should. So yes.
That tends to be how knitting works. But eventually, all of a sudden, it's done. Like, look, done.
I've been dyeing yarn for a while now, and with natural dyes, and so I've been focused on a log cabin blanket, and it's going to be using all of the dyes all the yarn that I've dyed. So that's it.
It's very appropriate considering you live in a log cabin. I am trying to get rid of all of my sort of deep hibernation projects. I'm trying to get rid of them all, finish them, or frog them and do it for something else, because I'm tired of having the stress of knowing there's an unfinished thing. So I'm working through it. I've got 6 of about 12 done already. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
I have a personal challenge for myself this year, and that's to knit myself a pair of socks every month. And I have been successful so far. And I've actually knit 7 pairs of socks already this year. Wow. Yes. So I'm ahead of schedule. Yes, but I have to. My sister and I in the podcast, I put 12 bags, a skein of yarn in each bag. Some of them have patterns, some of them don't, and they're stapled shut. And I did that last fall. And she, at the end of the month, sort of just picks a bag, so I don't even remember what I put in half of these bags, which makes it fun. So, and she just picks a bag, and that's the sock I work on that month. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm sort of ahead of schedule. I did one pair that was just my knit socks, just to keep a pair of socks on the needles all the time, and they had cables in that, and I finished them in March, near the end of March. I was so happy to have them done. But I love them. They're just gorgeous. So they're my favorite pair.
This year, my sister-in-law and I knit toques every year and donate them to charity. My cousin is a city bylaw officer for the city of Kingston, and he hands them out for us on his route. So our challenge this year is to reach 200 toques. So we've been knitting toques like crazy. So that's our challenge this year.
Good. That's fantastic. Charity.
Now I completely forgot the next question. Oh, yes. Any knitting technique that someone has either shown you or you've learned, and now it's like
in your toolbox of go-tos and you use all the time? For me, I never blocked. I have learned to appreciate the block. Embrace the block. We block. Okay, I still don't do swatches. I will tell you to do swatches when you come to my store, but I don't. I know I'm a loose knitter, so it's like, yes, see? But blocking, because I did this sweater and all my little ribbing things were flipping up, and I was like, ugh. So I finished it, and I was immediately downstairs, sewed the buttons on and blocked it all in the same day. It was shocking, because I hate sewing buttons. Thanks, Mom. I know you're out there for always sewing buttons on all my projects.
For me, it's color-stranded knitting. With my left hand, I use continental, and my right hand, I throw. And it just feels much more comfortable for me. So, and that's what I use all the time.
Are you left-handed or are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
I actually learned how to do that too. During the Olympics, I was like, I got to do something, so figured that out. For me, I'd say the tip or technique that I picked up was from Patty Lyons, who always said after when you're switching between sort of a knit and a purl stitch, to make sure that you give the extra little tug when you switch, because it tightens up that stitch, all the extra sort of yarn that's there, so it's a lot more even. And it feels really weird when you do it. I saw Patty Lyons taught me how to do it. I think Stacy from Very Pink Knits says to do the same thing. So I'm like, well, they can't both be wrong. So I started doing that, and it made a huge difference. The knitting's just way more even now, especially when you're doing cables. So if you've got a cable on a purl field, it looks much, much, much better.
My favorite technique, I think, is from Susan B. Anderson from her simple sock, her pattern. Is to add the waste yarn, do 3 rows, not just 1. Do the 3 rows. And I use that. I don't like her heel on that smooth opera. I myself don't like that heel, but I can still put in a different afterthought heel if I want by using that technique. So that's like my favorite technique that I use all the time. So
I must confess, I've always been a really, really bad swatcher. I did not swatch anything. I was an anti-swatcher until this year. I knit a couple of sweaters, and after the first one, quickly learned that we're going to have to swatch.
Sorry, honey, I didn't mean to skip you. What new techniques did you learn?
Again, because I'm so new, it's really just fixing it yourself. You know, like learning what you did wrong and figuring out how to, even if it's going down a few rows and fixing it. Yeah, do it yourself.
And I appreciate that. Because there has been times I have a tendency to not stay up as late as Tim, and he'll come in the bedroom and I'm like trying to do my quiet time, and he's like, how did you, what's that? Like, very stressful. And don't teach your spouse how to knit. Don't be taught by any family member. Find somebody else. Find a stranger in the library. Much better teachers. Much more patience to a stranger.
You're a great teacher.
Oh, sweet. Good answer, honey. So, what do we got coming up in the future for everybody? Tim and I are at Kawartha in 2 weeks. Kawartha Fiber and Yarn Festival, and apparently there's a new one coming up too in September that I hadn't even heard about, but Grenville? Is it Grenville? I don't remember. There's a card on my table, but yes, there are now fiber festivals like every month. There's one in Barrie in August. We're going to be at Twist in Quebec in August. But yeah, there's so many coming. And you have a fun thing happening on June 16th.
Yep. On June 16th, we've got it's called Wool Kiki at the Cabin, and it's basically bringing farmers, sheep farmers, alpaca farmers, knitters, dyers, spinners together to hang out for the afternoon and talk about wool and fiber. And we also have John Crane coming from Vermont, and he has fleece from 70 different breeds of sheep. And he will be, and we've got, he's not bringing the sheep.
I'm just imagining your house, all these lovely
I don't think they'll get across the border. But yeah. And then the other event I just wanted to mention is in August 9th to 12th. So all the guys out there, listen up. There's a men's knitting retreat at my cabin, and Tim is going to be going. So I just came back from one last week, and it was great. This one's going to be epic. So really excited about it.
The only real plan I have for the rest of this year, I'm actually going to the Lulkiki. So I'll be there for that. My plans have changed. FYI, I'm coming. And other than that, I'm going to Rhinebeck this year again. I think this might be the last one for a while because it's so expensive. So, this will be my 3rd year in a row. But it's so much fun. It's totally worth it. But we're doing it up big time. So, yeah. So that'll be later this year. And then other than that, I don't think we'll be doing a lot of wool sort of events. Now that we've just spent a year renovating our place, I kind of want to enjoy it. I don't want to go anywhere.
I'll be visiting the Kawartha one in Fenelon Falls, Yarn and Fiber Festival. I'll be going to that myself, and we're going to Rhinebeck as well. We had so much fun last year. It was so much fun. And then I'll be going to the Kawartha, the Kitchener-Waterloo Fiber Festival in September. Yeah, the KW in September. So it's basically Kawartha, KW, and Rhinebeck. That's it.
Well, we're going to be at Kawartha as well. We have a booth at Kawartha, and we have a couple of trunk shows in the fall planned, and some of those are kind of still in the works. And then this year we're going to Rhinebeck for the very first time. So I don't know if we're ready for what it's all about. But anyway, we'll learn as we go.
All right, I hope everyone, did you like it? Did you hear us out there? Yes? Yay! Yay! Well, thank you all for coming to Prince Edward County's Fiberfest. We're going to do it next year, and we're even going to be a wee bit bigger. We're taking over another building. Bigger is better, right? More yarn. Always need more yarn. All right, thanks, everybody. Have fun shopping, and keep on knitting.